Hi, do you feel like you're droning on and on with no real feeling or intonation in what you're saying? Are your friends finding it hard to concentrate on what you're saying? Dare I say it, do you sound boring? Well, today I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can overcome this through chunking. By the end of the lesson, you'll have all the tools you need to sound like a native. If you're new to my channel and want more lessons, please just subscribe. So let's get started. First of all, let's look at the problem some people have. Here's an example of a couple of sentences without intonation or stress. It's literally speaking in monotone. So boring. What a fantastic achievement. David scored the winning goal with only 2 minutes to go until the end of the game. The goalie tried his best, but the sheer force at which the ball was kicked made it impossible to save it. Well done, David. If you aren't asleep right now, stay with me, because now you're hopefully going to learn something. So how can you change from a boring monotone to someone who people are interested in listening to? Let's examine what a native speaker does to achieve personality in their conversation. First of all, they use chunks or phrases that they always use in their everyday lives. Having these regularly used chunks gets them over, one, the problem of having to think about each individual word. 2, chunks and phrases group words that go together, which can make you sound more fluent. And 3, because these phrases also have a rhythm of their own, they introduce great intonation and interest to your conversation. These phrases are personal to each individual according to their lifestyle, age, and environment. The phrases can be made up of fixed phrases, semi-fixed phrases, collocations, idioms, and phrasal verbs. The variety of phrases is endless, but the key to fluent speaking and good intonation is to have a whole library of them at your disposal that you have rehearsed over and over again, so you can just draw upon them and use them whenever you wish. Hopefully that makes sense. But how do you build an effective library of chunks and phrases? The key is accurate recording of them and, of course, memorizing them. This means recording vocabulary, not as a single item, but with the common phrases and collocations the words are used in. Here's an example. Let's take the word goal. Goal, it's a noun. It has 2 main meanings: something you hope to achieve, and a net or structure you try to get the ball into, such as football. Example sentences. My goal is to become a fluent speaker of English. Sentences plus of. The company's goal of employing as many women as men within 5 years. To set or establish a goal. You should set goals for yourself at the beginning of each year. Achieve, reach, attain a goal. I haven't yet reached my goal of losing 5 kilos. To score a goal, the winning goal. Goalkeeper, noun, for the person. The player whose job it is to stop the ball going into the goal in games such as football. Informal noun, goalie. It's a lot of work for one word, but it's worth it. Never learn one word in isolation. Always look up your vocabulary in a good dictionary to give you example sentences and phrases. It's up to you which words and sentence structures you wish to record and remember according to your own personality and lifestyle. The action of writing down new phrases aids noticing and maximizes the chance of retaining the information when reading or listening. It's really important to notice and record these multi-word chunks of language so that you can use them yourself. Don't worry about each individual word, just learn the chunks. Now listen to me reading the same text. First of all, I'm going to use punctuation, as this gives enormous clues on how to chunk. Notice how punctuation is used to determine the meaning of the text. I'm also going to highlight the key information words. This is also very important. It tells the listener the message I'm conveying in the sentence by emphasizing certain words. See my video on sentence stress, Are You Guilty? And I have highlighted those all-important phrases. Here we go. What a fantastic achievement! David scored the winning goal with only 2 minutes to go until the end of the game. The goalie tried his best, but the sheer force at which the ball was kicked made it impossible to save it. Well done, David. Now that you've listened, ask yourself why I stressed certain words. Was it for dramatic effect? Was it simply on the information words? Was it because that's the way that particular phrase is always spoken? For example, 2 minutes to go. Try your, his or her best. Now go back and copy me by reading the text at the same time. After that, I would strongly suggest that, that's a collocation, that you write a story about yourself. Perhaps about your day or something that happened to you recently. Because by writing something personal, you are able to put your own emphasis on the parts of the sentence that you want to stress to get your own point across. But remember to put in punctuation and use a dictionary to form your phrases or chunks. Then tell a real-life person. If they don't fall asleep, you know you're winning. Of course, you can also study a text to find lots of examples of chunking. It's up to you, but remember that accurate recording is key to being able to reproduce it. Here are some tips. Number 1, we understand phrase by phrase, so keep phrases short. It's how long a person has to wait for a phrase to complete, not how long a sentence is. Number 2, chunk by noun phrases and verb phrases. A noun phrase is the noun as the object of the sentence. In verb phrases, the verb is the focus. Number 3, when speaking, complete phrases as quickly as possible. Number 4, when experienced readers read a text, they're able to recognize groups of words, such as noun phrases or verb phrases, that go together to create meaning. This is what chunking is. Number 5, use fixed and semi-fixed phrases. They're an important tool for students if they're going to speak fluently. I'll cover these in my next video. Number 6, common collocations are extremely important. These are collections of words that are normally seen together because that's the way they're used. For example, these are noun phrases: heavy rain, weak coffee. Use common phrases too, such as the rich and famous. The problem is knowing that we say heavy rain and not strong rain. Knowing that we say light rain and not weak rain. Number 7, phrasal verbs are also part of fluent speakers' armoury. For example, to put down, to give up, etc. See my phrasal verbs video linked here. Number 8, last but not least, idioms. See my idiom videos linked above. So remember to record your vocabulary using example sentences and phrases that contain the word with its relevant prepositions and collocations. This really is the way to go to help you notice the way people use phrases. Then you can practice yourself. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. Now I'm going to say goodbye with a list of fixed phrases. Until next time, I must be going. See you later. Take care and stay safe. Love and peace.